Hi everyone, this video is a book review about a book that I purchased today, and the title of this book is Afro-Bets, Kids, I'm Going to Be, and it was written by Wade Hudson and illustrated by Nancy Devard. So this is a book. Now, usually when I buy children's books, I add it to my collection so that when I have children, they'll have a collection of books already. But this book I'm actually going to be sending to my cousin who is having her first baby. The baby's due in July, and I made sure that any book I send to the baby, I'm going to write a little note into it. The note I have written says, Kenny Jr., stay true to yourself, pursue your goals, create dynamic dreams. Remember that you are powerful and unique. You can be anything. Love, your cousin, Kiara. This is the closest thing that I'll have to a niece or nephew because I'm an only child. I don't have any siblings. So I decided to get him this book because it's important for children to see positive images of themselves as they grow, and also to learn about people in various fields so that they won't designate one field of study with one particular group. So before I get into telling you about the book, I wanted to share a little information about the author and the illustrator. So the bio on the back for the author says, Wade Hudson dreamed of becoming a writer when he was a boy. While sitting on the porch of his childhood home in Mansfield, Louisiana, he created poems about his family and friends. Now he is an author and publisher who has written over 30 titles, including the picture book, Jamal's Busy Day. Wade lives in northern New Jersey. Now, this bio that they have placed on the back really doesn't do any justice to the amount of things that this man has done during his lifetime. If you go to his site, Wade Hudson /authorpublisher.com, which I'll post in the link below, you'll see that he is actually the president and CEO of Just Us Books. I have a couple of books created by Just Us Books, and they have been around for a while, so you may have one in your home that you don't realize is published by them. Afro-Bets falls under the umbrella of Just Us Books Publishing. Afro-Bets was started in 1987 with the ABC book. So the reason Afro-Bets was started because Wade and his wife Cheryl were trying to look for books for their children to reflect diversity for them. And so they decided to create this Afro-Bet series. But at the time, publishers was like, there's no demand for books for Black children right now. So they just started their own thing, and obviously they have become successful at what they have done. And they have also inspired other people and children, countless children throughout their lifetime. So I'm going to read to you a little bit of what Wade Hudson has said. This is a quote from his website. Images, whether in print, film, television, or on stage, are constantly shaping the way we feel and what we think and believe. This is particularly crucial to the African American community, which has been deliberately given negative images of its history and culture. I find it rewarding to help reshape and change those negative images to reflect truth. I think the struggle to present the correct images, the truth, is the most crucial one facing us all. Wade Hudson. So yeah, you can go to his website and just check out some of the books that his publishing company has published. Now, for the illustrator, ironically, when I went online, I couldn't find too much information about the illustrator. It seems as if she doesn't have a website, but her bio on the back of the book says, Nancy Devard has always loved to draw. She studied art in high school and engineering in college. Nancy grew up to be a designer and illustrator of greeting cards and children's books, including the award-winning title, The Secret Olivia Told Me. She lives and works in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Now, this woman, I've seen her work before, and I absolutely love how she illustrates. I love the way that her graphics are done. It inspires me to do better at my own graphic design. So the most information that I could find out about Nancy Devard is actually from her LinkedIn page. It says that she is an independent design professional in the greater Philadelphia area. She has been a children's book illustrator / graphic artist from 2006 to the present day, so that's about 14 years. She was a staff artist at Hallmark Cards for 6 years and 5 months, from 94 to 2001, an illustrator at Colorbridge Books for 1 year. She studied at the Pennsylvania Academy of Fine Arts, and it was a 4-year certificate program, 1989 to 1993, and she got a Bachelor of Science from Temple University. That is all I can find about her, but her work is very beautiful. I like to compare it to the old visual art that Afro-Bets has had, and this is truly my favorite style. This book was published in 2019 by Just Us Books, which is located in New Jersey. It is a book that is basically about Black children being inspired by people of African descent who are adults in various career fields. So the story starts off as these children are sitting in a classroom, and their teacher, Miss Johnson, says, "You have had a lot of time to think about the careers you might choose," Miss Johnson told her students. "There are so many different professions you can consider. Are you ready to share?" So what I like about this picture is that all of the children look different. I love seeing books featuring Black children that shows the spectrum of Black children. Some of them have kinky hair, some of them have straight hair, some of them are like very, very, very light, some of them are very dark, and some are just a mixture with freckles and everything. What I didn't know is that the Afro-Bets children have names. I just called them the Afro-Bets children for years. But apparently their names are Tura, Steph, Nandi, Robo, Langston, which I guess is after Langston Hughes, and Glow. So I guess you can compare these illustrations to the former illustrations of the Afro-Bets kids. So throughout the book, all of the children are saying, maybe I'll grow up to be like such and such a person. Maybe I'll grow up to be like such and such a person. And it is a mixture of men and women in various fields. So right here, it says, "I'm going to be a great surgeon like Dr. Daniel Hale Williams," said Robo. "I'll perform important operations." It's funny because Dr. Williams, he actually started out in various jobs, and one of them was a barber, but he is very talented at what he did. But look at the, I wish I could just let you see it. Whoops, sorry. Look at the realism of this illustration. Look at them. Isn't it pretty? I'm gonna sit you right there. I love that it is an even amount of men and women. Sometimes when I get a book about careers for children, there'll just be an overabundance of men and barely any women. But this one is very balanced. And not only were they balanced in the men and women, but they were also balanced in the types of career fields that the children were aspiring to go into. So they didn't have an overabundance of athletes. They didn't have an overabundance of musicians. They had STEM, like science, technology, mathematics. They had artists, all these other things, doctors. Let's see. Well, I'm going to be Or, well, I know what I'm going to be when I grow up, said Glow. I'm going to be a film director and producer like Ava DuVernay, if I'm pronouncing her name right. My movie will win the Academy Award, Sophie. Misty Copeland. This book blends people from past times and people who are still alive. There was one as a public relations, Terry Williams. Most of the people I've heard of, but some of them I haven't heard of, and I did learn a lot from this book. So this one is Terry Williams, who is in public relations, and she helps the stars to develop good images for the public. They have video game designers and women in science and technology. And see, look, can you see the little boy with the freckles? I think this is a good book for parents. This is a good book for teachers, especially if career day is coming and you have a classroom that might be predominantly black, or you might not have a classroom predominantly black. It's always good to just show people positive images of black people in various fields. It's funny because some people will get surprised if they meet a black doctor or a black engineer or a black marine biologist, because they've never seen it before. Like, the images that they have shown in specific fields have not been either black people or women. There's an artist that I know. She not only is a visual artist, she also was a molecular biologist or something like that, and she had her own laboratory at an Ivy League school. And a lot of people wouldn't have thought that a visual artist could also be a microbiologist. You can do all sorts of things. You don't have to be in one career field. You can be in multiple career fields. And that's good that the children are allowing their options to be open. See this guy, John H. Johnson. I can't remember which magazine he started. Probably Ebony, but don't quote me on that. It's I'm going to be like John H. Johnson. You even have somebody from, I'm assuming he's African. This is a man who is in design, and he built the National Museum of African American History and Culture. So it says, no matter what career you choose or what you decide to become, Miss Johnson reminded them, you have to study and always do your best. Remember, you are the future. See, look, all at the end, empowerment. What's also great about this book is that at the very end of the book, it comes with a glossary. And not only do you learn about what the career field is, but there's also a brief bio about the people featured in here. I don't know if this only comes in paperback or if it comes also in hardcover, but I give this book, if I had a star system, I would give this book 11 stars instead of 10 because I really like it. The illustrations are on point. The writing is on point. I learned a lot. They made sure that it was very, very thoroughly researched, well written, well illustrated. I highly recommend this book. If you have somebody like my cousin who is also going to be having a baby soon, or is currently pregnant right now, or has a small child, this will be a great book to send to them for their birthday or Kwanzaa, or just because. So, thank you for watching this video, everyone, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.